Honestly, I was finna take the hats down and put the things up, but I was like, you know what? They really ain't ready for that. That'll
Yeah,
cause a lot.
I can go to my closet right now.
You're right.
I did it on the episode. I think I had
Oh,
my I had my AR on the episode with me.
that's cool. Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's give folks a few seconds because like I
Mhm.
said, people didn't really. Bye, mama. Bye. I'll see you after the show. Okay.
Or during.
Or yeah, or during, depending on. Nah, not the man. Here, you say hi. Here. Yeah, because ain't nobody watching it before we get started.
Are you
You say
saying we
hi.
get started right now?
You say hi.
Hey,
Say hi to
Yeah.
10.
the
Look this way. They're
baby,
over there. You gotta say hi to them.
the baby.
I know, right?
Like I don't know these niggas.
So she look like her mama. I know y'all look a little curious. She look
No,
like
we ain't curious.
Oh man. No, I was gonna give folks a few minutes to
Hey, give him a few minutes. I
yeah.
understand. Y'all don't need to change this
Yeah.
cord.
I'm changing the privacy so that way people could come in and share it too. What's up, D? You good, brother?
Always good, bro.
All right, man.
You know me.
Just making sure that all of us, we all on the, we ready for this one, because it's gonna be a heavy one. But yeah, let's shit. Fuck it, man. Whoever here, folks gonna join. People gonna share. It is what it is.
Yep. Whoever made that beat though,
Yo, that beat right here.
whoever made that one right there. Whoo.
Oh, hey, that's the boy Santana. Chi-Town's finest. Moved down to Texas, but it's all right.
Mhm.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Detox Podcast. I'd like to welcome my guests, Game 7's very own. 2 out of the 4. We got Mr. De Niro. Y'all seen him before. And the man who made the beat, the man who does all the edits, the man who keeps things moving, Mr. Santana. I appreciate both of you coming on today. This is a heavy episode. I was coming on to talk about the trial, talk about what's next now that people got their justice. People was all happy and excited. Only to find out while that verdict was being announced, we had a 15-year-old child taking her last breath.
Let's be clear. It's not justice unless he dies. I don't care what nobody say. Until you get somebody sitting on your neck with a fucking knee until you suffocate. That man was 46 fucking years old, bro. Calling for his mama. Broad daylight. Broad fucking daylight. And again, I see the word going around as like accountability, and I ain't even mean to cut you off, but it ain't justice until a nigga die, bro.
Nah, you good.
That
You
jail
good,
shit, you know what I'm saying? The jail shit is cool. I understand the baby steps wholeheartedly. I get how, as a black man and black women, black children everywhere, you get tired of seeing verdicts of innocent and so on and so forth. But justice is far from what we getting, man. And Buddy still get to see another fucking day. He still get another meal. He still get to go home. But that man was 46 fucking years old with a knee in his neck. Broad fucking daylight. Called out, told them niggas he couldn't breathe, dog. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
I'm 30. I'm 36. No, I'm 37. I'm 37. Fam, you call for your mama at 46. You know how much pain and fucking anguish, desperation you had to be in to be sitting there calling for your mama. The nigga said they're killing me in broad daylight. The police, they're killing me. I can't breathe. Mama, get in the car. I will. He said it several fucking times.
Not to cut you up, but not even before it even got to that point. If you watch the video of when they first got to him, He listen. I'm not I'm scared. The man said it. I'm
Well,
scared.
see, listen, just to get into where the reason why it ties in and the reason why the conversation. I know you seen last week. I said I didn't want to have a conversation last week, and I meant that shit. I really don't even want to have this conversation this week. I mean that shit. Like I mean that shit wholeheartedly, dog. I'm not. Nothing about me is the type that's like you can just do this. And what I was just telling Santana, you tied in, fam. You can't call the police for help. There's no criteria. There's no reason for it because, again, you talking justice and we talking justice, right? So the justice system says if you are a drug dealer, if you're caught with drugs, if you're caught with if you're caught speeding, if you're caught doing these things, there are consequences for them. That's written. 5 to 10, 60 days, probation, shit like that. That's justice. You know the consequences you do them. That's justice. A 15-year-old girl was just killed for calling the police for help, dog. So explain to me where the problem is. It ain't us.
I'm gonna tell you what the problem is. The problem is, and let's just be real, like we all know it. We can sugarcoat it, we can bullshit, we can dance around it. But at the end of the day, this justice system, this nation, this country was not built for us. The laws.
That's what I'm saying. There's a common denominator. The man was 46. They're gonna sit here and they're going to, which is what they did, whether you're a fucking creepy ass lawyer, if you the system or whatever, whoever, Blue Lives Matter, so on and so forth. You can narrate it however you want to. You have to explain to me across the board. I watched the Tamir Rice shit. I watched all the rest of these other shits. Fam, the common denominator is police. And for those that say that there's a thing called black on black crime or that blacks kill people or whatever, again, criminals go to jail. And nobody's saying that there aren't evil in the world and it's not criminals. But you chose. Nobody made you. Nobody forced you. There's not a gun to your head. You chose to put on that uniform and become a fucking police officer. How the fuck are you scared of a 15-year-old girl or think you can put your knee on somebody for 9 minutes and 29 fucking seconds? Who the fuck are you? Why take the job? Why take it? Explain it to me. And my anger is like, fam, we watch this shit, this murder porn, we watch this shit go on, and this shit don't piss nobody off. That shit don't make you want to just kill somebody. I got a 16-year-old daughter. I got a son. Shit, I'm a black man myself. And I'm on record saying that I run and I go in my own neighborhood, in the house that I fucking earn, in the neighborhood that I pay for, and I pay taxes just like everybody else, no criminal record ever. But I'm well aware that when I see a gazebo or I walk in the wrong spot or run in the wrong spot, I'm a target. But I wish you would. I wish the fuck you would. I wish the fuck you would. This shit get old, man. And again, I'm really only interested in having a conversation because I want somebody to tell me what a 15-year-old girl in Crocs did. Knife, whatever, however you want to. And the nigga sat there and said Blue Lives Matter on camera. That don't make nobody want to kill him.
I mean, that I'm gonna be real. That it do. It make you on right. And like Kumo said, at the end of the day, until this starts happening to them, until they go through what we go through, it's not gonna change.
And this is why I don't have that conversation. And then the reason why I keep saying it, because people gonna take it how they want to. I'm long ago said I probably am one of them niggas that's like on the extremist side of Black Lives Matter or justice or whatever. But you can't keep having discussions or doing it the lawful way, and they still don't like it. And you just go home. Like, again, I seen it this morning. I didn't want to be that guy, but okay, he got guilty. He was supposed to get 3 guilty verdicts. He was supposed to. It's not a victory. It's cool. I'm not mad at it. I don't want nobody to get it misconstrued, but again, I said on our podcast, and the reason why I walked off, at some point, they have to feel what we feel. The reason why a motherfucker feels okay to sit there with a camera on him and say Blue Lives Matter while a little girl is sitting there in Crocs that called y'all for help, because we ain't gonna do shit.
But tear up shit that don't matter. That's all I'm saying. Like we ride and tear up shit that like that's not that they don't care about that shit, bro.
But people don't understand.
Nothing.
Yeah, when you go and you loot in a Target or a Nike, Macy's, whatever, what have you, they got insurance. They covered. They gonna get that money back. Easy. But like I said in the comments on y'all show, is that what people fail to realize is you want to see them hurt. You want them to go through pain. Be strategic. You want to shut some shit down, shut down City Hall. You know what's crazy? Because before I did the show, I looked up some stuff. Black Panthers stood in Sacramento at the Capitol. What happened? They changed the whole gun laws. All that shit went out the window. In 2016, Oregon militia, what they do? They shut down a whole federal thing. Nothing. Armed militia protesters went to the state capitol in Michigan, shut it down. What happened? Nothing. You see what they did in DC? Nothing. So I'm baffled at how is it, like you said, a 15-year-old child, take girl out of it, a 15-year-old child with a knife is a threat. But you got these white boys running up, shooting up schools, movie theaters, grocery stores, but yet they're not.
You know it. Listen, again.
Yo, I just watched the cop hanging off of a pickup truck in Minnesota.
That shit
thing, bro. This is why y'all was here, man. This is why I walk off the show, because we could talk about money, we could talk about laws, we could talk about the system, we could talk about all of these things all we want to. I'm gonna tell you what it comes down to, man. And you mentioned the Black Panthers, and the Black Panthers were on the right path. So were a few others, Malcolm, Martin, and so on and so forth. The movement is necessary. I'm not disputing the movement is necessary. I'm gonna tell you what the problem is. We felon. It's us. I won't say black men, because at the end of the day, Patrice O'Neal had a fucking joke on his stand-up Elephant in the Room where he says, I'm gonna carry a white baby on a keychain if I ever go somewhere. And he said the value in a white woman is how long they'll look for you if you become missing. And everybody laughed. Patrice O'Neal was like the king of giving you some real shit in a funny way. But white woman go missing, they out there. It's all hands on deck. She in Aruba? Where's she at? We're going looking for her. Months, days. It's a national story. It's a national. She just went missing. She was on vacation. We don't know her. We don't need to know nothing about it. She's beautiful. She's white woman. We're going to look for her. You've never seen that with a black girl.
Not at all.
You've never seen that with a black man.
What was that, DC? Was that DC where all the black girls kept going missing?
Right. And then we had to save our girls and so it just happens. It happens. Area. But the thing, but the thing about it, they're gonna look for their own, they're gonna ride for their own. And my point in that is it's a joke, but it's not, because we know if a white woman is missing, if a white child is missing, it is national news. What was that girl, Kate Ramsey? It was the little girl. It was the other kids, and so it's a few stories out there that we can go. It's not the same. It's not the same with us, and this is why I say we fail. Because at the end of the day, we can have this conversation, and the reason why I walk off my podcast, why I stop doing the tweeting and the talking, is at the end of the day, fam, what are we doing? Because it's up to us. If the white men gonna look for them, they they women, and it's nothing against the white people or the black people. I mean, the white people or the white men or white women or whatever that's with us, but it starts with us. I don't care what generation, but at some point they gotta die. And if the shoe fit, wear it. I don't care. I don't care. If you feel some kind of way about it, if you think I'm talking to police or blue lies, if you got a father or whatever, and they wear that uniform, I got some friends that wear the uniform. They black. It's cool.
So I got family members that wear that.
I got plenty. Yeah, like it is what it is. I got people, black brothers, black sisters, friends, white brothers, white. You know what I mean? Listen. If the shoe fit, wear it. At the end of the day, if you're not correcting your own. If you feel some kind of way about what's going on, if you don't see the same shit that I'm fucking seeing, fuck it. I don't care. You don't feed me. I don't need your friendship. I don't need you to like me. I'm already hated. I'm already a target. What you gonna do? But the fact of the matter is, I hate having the conversation. You throw money and jobs and shit to the side. If we not willing to ride for our own, fuck it. They gonna keep the nigga stood there while this girl's body is on the ground with Crocs on and said Blue Lives Matter. I don't care what she did after that.
I say I need to see none of that yet.
Yeah, I didn't watch that part.
I ain't got it in me.
I couldn't watch that. I saw one of my cousins posted the video of them trying to do CPR on her and everything, and that shit is sickening. It's sickening to like the pit of my stomach. Exactly. Like
my 16-year-old daughter watches wrestling. She plays video games. She chilling. She got a little colorful hair. She don't do shit. Fam, if you kill or touch my daughter, everybody within the way of me right here to wherever the fuck I'm going is dying. But I hate that it has to come to that conversation because, again, what's his name? Cumo was right. It sucks that, you know what I mean? He's right. They're not going to understand it till it happens. We could talk all day about, you know, whatever. We could applaud guilty verdict. It's what's supposed to happen. It's what's supposed to happen. But what's not supposed to happen is you're not supposed to have your knee on nobody for 9 minutes, 42 seconds. I want to say they hit about a 23-minute, 25-minute exchange in total outside of the whole 9 minutes, 49 seconds or whatever. You got to die. Some point somebody on the street got to put the phone down or, you know, whatever, and somebody got to die.
Yeah, I'm not sitting by watching that. And I mean, everyone always says, well, you don't know what you do to a situation. I've never been the type of person to sit by and watch some helpless person get bullied, beat up on.
Examples.
And not even a couple.
I'm sorry, not sorry. But until if the consequences is a hashtag,
so be it.
That's why I'm looking like that. Stores? That shit we just saw at the carnival. Where that energy be at, bro? Where do that carnival energy be at? I don't know if you saw that clip, Terrence.
I did. And shout out to all them people that jumped into the carnival because that's what needed to happen. It's I feel like it's
the same thing that happened with the Army sergeant, whatever, when they showed up at his lawn and shit like that. That's energy, and I'm not mad at that energy. But again, the reason why I can't really objectively have the conversation and then continue on, and that's why I was telling you had to have a conversation regardless. You said, you know, depending on the verdict, who's going to do it. And I was telling you, it has to happen anyway. And the reason why it has to happen is, okay, we got a guilty verdict. And this is before the little girl. We got a guilty verdict. Dante Wright's still dead. Reaching for a taser or whatever. It's you know, Breonna Taylor didn't get justice. It's a lot of different stories and a lot of different connections. I even posted the 6 degrees of separation shit of, you know, this is, you know, Emmett Till's.
I saw that.
It's fucking crazy, but most people don't give a fuck till they hit home. And I said on our podcast, niggas want to stun on each other. Y'all ain't worried about nothing else. It's giving up the status. It's, oh, well, shit, I'm here. You know what? I'm all right. I'm doing all right. What I care for.
And not to get off topic, but not to get off topic, that goes also with, I think Say was the one who made the comment about how, like, you know, there's no people going out voting, changing these people that are in power, making these decisions. And I said in the comments, I said, like you just said, D, they don't care. Because why? They getting their stimmies. They getting their PPP loans. They getting all this shit. They don't want nothing to change.
You know how you vote? Fuck them. It's their system. This is why I use the pinball analogy. Yeah, we could talk about voting and changing shit. And I'm not saying that if it worked or whatever the case, cool. But the system is the system is the system. The money system, the judicial system, the government, taxes, the work system, the workforce. It is what it is. I don't understand. Like, I'm not opposed to doing what works within the system, but the system doesn't work for us.
I was gonna say that it doesn't.
It's not even
no matter how much voting you do, no matter who you put in office.
Damn, this is why people hate when I talk and I get pissed off because we did the slavery thing and we fought so hard to integrate.
We got that.
And then they wrote them little slick ass. No. They wrote them little slick ass laws and constitution and, you know, all that shit in there. 1/4 of man and all of this and all that little sidebar that they still debate. They did all of that. to legal loophole us. And most people recognize the workforce, NFL, NBA, and everything else as legal slavery. The prison system, legal slavery. Most people have the smarts to say, oh, this is how they did that. This is how they get the free labor from it. This is how the system works. Most people can point at why it works and how it still goes and why we can't get on top of the goddamn ecosystem.
D, hold on. Not to cut you off, but there's somebody. I want to read this statement because a lot of people aren't familiar with this movie, American Skin, but it goes with what you just said. Q says that's why he hated the ending to the movie, because even though it was a movie, the message was still sent that we will forgive them. They had a chance to make a powerful statement, even in a movie, but people walked away saying they will still forgive us. I agree.
I didn't watch American Skin. Kind of what we was talking about this week, Santana. I get tired of watching the same shit over and over. I do. I get tired of watching the same shit. I didn't see it, but if you watch preview for most of this shit, it's still, and it's always gonna be the underlying tone of give us equality, give us justice, treat us the same, or let me show you what this means or what this look like.
Nah,
doing it.
I think the difference with America, because I'm not gonna lie, I watched it. I made all the kids sit down and watch it.
I watched it too.
That movie was different only because it wasn't talk. It was no talk. The verdict came down, and the father looked at his boys, at his friends, his army buddies, and they knew what time it was, and they did what they had to do. But what Q's basically saying is that at that moment, when they got the truth out of that cop, and after homeboy has said, "I'm gonna do, this is what I'm gonna do," he forgave him.
So let me ask you a question, because I know who it was, but if I'm not mistaken, the premise of it was he killed one of his sons in the car, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he killed him. It was a traffic stop.
Was a traffic stop. Was he there with his son?
Yes.
Yeah, they was both in the car.
You gotta kill me. You gotta fucking kill me. I swear to God on everything. You have to kill. I'm not walking away from that alive, dog. I can't. That's my kid.
Yeah.
You have to kill me. I'm not waiting on a justice system to give me justice or a verdict for my child. I can't do it. I'm not built that way. Fuck a movie. Fuck torturing this nigga in the long run. You have to take me the fuck out the same time you touch my kid.
I'm with
anybody I love. There is no way in hell I'm leaving or sleeping at night knowing that I sat there and witnessed that and I didn't do a fucking thing, or you got to kill me, dog. Anybody that look like you got to die. And this is why I have such a problem, even if it's just a movie, but the way people are moving, I see the people out there watching this cop say these shits. I see the people on the side of the roads doing these things. And I said it before, a lot of people will say, well, what you doing? Fam, at the end of the day, what it boils down to is if you're not going to unite, and if you're not going to have a common cause and move, it's pointless for me to die a martyr. At the end of the day, I still have to raise my kids. I can be angry and upset, but if you're not going to die for your kids, I'm not dying for your kids. But it's not going to happen in front of me, though. I'm not driving all the way to Minneapolis and Minnesota to protest or kill some cops over some shit I say. I'm not doing that. If you're not going to die for your kid, if you're not going to die for your family, your niece, your nephew, etc., I'm not doing that. But touch one of mine. You got to kill me that same day. You have to. You have to. I don't want to see your face plastered. I don't want motherfuckers showing up at your lawn. I don't want no police custody, whatever. Who got you? You got to kill me, dog. How the fuck can you live or keep going when somebody hurt your child?
I can't.
I look at mine every day, yo. Like every day, every night, I look at them with this shit going on. Like ain't no way in hell.
Even and it's crazy.
No way in hell you would see me on camera crying about it, bro. I'm telling y'all now.
And yes.
For me, even and my thing is, I know the lengths I would go to just because the fact that my stepdaughter, I'll never forget. I was at the store. My fiance called me and was like, "Yo, these dudes out here just called her a bitch." What? 11 years. I left my basket. Fuck the groceries. Left everything. Boom. Busted the house. I'm knocking on doors. Yeah, that's your child. Where your parent at? This was going on. So I think I would never. You ain't disrespecting them. You ain't putting your hands on them, and you for damn sure ain't finna go to that, take their life.
Well, what America knows is, and this is my point, what America knows is you ain't gonna do shit. Not you personally, but
I'm about to
yeah.
Yeah, y'all ain't gonna do shit.
And
that's my point.
Let's board up these windows. Yeah. We already know where y'all going. Board up the windows. We ain't worried. Yeah. Board up these windows.
What America Gucci, knows, what police know, what most people know, and the consensus is it's gonna be a press conference. You're gonna cry. Y'all gonna hashtag. Y'all gonna do what y'all do. You're gonna sing Kumbaya. You're gonna march a little bit, and then that's it. And the thing about it is, until you start to do the eye for an eye shit, they're not gonna think twice.
Like but hold on, let's just be clear though, and we ain't been sugarcoating shit, and we're gonna keep it real. The problem is, like you said, no one is willing to give up what they have, this status that they've gained, to do that. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him, but there was a YouTube influencer. His name was Hot Damn I Rock, from Baltimore. Mm-hmm. After the Freddie Gray shit, he made a video talking about the protests, and he said some shit back then that resonates to right now, where he said is you march, you do all this talking, you do all this shit. He was like, but when are you going to escalate it? Like, when are you going to really make them wake up and see just what they're doing to us? And the problem that he has was that he said there is no leadership and there's no unity amongst us. At the time, you had people in the limelight were Al Sharpton, Jesse, like, we not following them. No, like you said,
the trendy niggas.
Yeah, we not ain't nobody. They not nobody's leader. They not leading the revolution. Niggas sat next to Martin Luther King. They wasn't a Martin Luther King. They sat next to him. And the crazy shit is that, like D said, I'm not walking down nobody's street asking you to give me what is already mine. Last time I checked, I have a fucking social security card. I have a birth certificate that said USA, United States. What makes a white kid's life worth more than mine, besides the color of his skin? His skin don't mean shit to me. Period. His skin don't mean shit, but yet.
Listen.
Go ahead. No, what was you gonna say?
And that's the thing is people. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me get this back.
Yeah, go ahead. Go through the comments. What's going on? No, that's my cousin. So that's my cousin.
Listen, your cousin's right. So your cousin's right. The thing about it is, I try not to make this about race or job or whatever, because at the end of the day, this goes for anybody. It's for anybody. You can't do certain shit around me. And again, it's like Sable say, at the end of the day, like, yo, to think that I don't want to lose my job, or I don't want to go to jail, or whatever the fuck that goes through people's mind to make them get up there and do a whole press conference crying and asking, bro, that's wild to me. And I understand that you can't say shit until you've been in somebody's shoes, but anybody that has ever known me, it's certain shit that I've never done in person, and I don't have the reflex to rationalize or no shit like. I don't have it. It's 0 to 100. But you can't get away with the shit that's going on, and you can't sit. I'm not praying for you. I don't want to forgive you. I don't want to spare you. I don't want to do none of that. It's not even gonna come to that. It's never gonna come to that.
That forgiveness shit bothers me, because what was that?
Wholeheartedly, man.
The gentleman,
wholeheartedly.
The gentleman that got shot in his own home. The cop
got killed.
The cop broke into his house and killed him, and then crying in the courtroom, and the judge came down and hugged her. What?
I remember that.
My version going a whole nother way if I get that goddamn close to you. Yeah, can I give her? I'm
what are you hugging her for?
I am strangling you, bro.
What are you hugging her for?
You let me get that close?
Reason why I say. Again, another reason why I said what I said, man. It's a lot of people that go or with the narrative like, yo, you ain't out there doing the work, or you ain't out there marching, you not out there protesting, you ain't on the front line, you ain't doing this. And it's like,
front line.
Yeah, listen, let me tell you something, bro. If you gonna get up in the courtroom and hug and forgive this nigga, write this nigga letters, or say a prayer for him, I'm not dying for you. I'm not dying for your people. But if we collect, like I'll die for the collective. I will. No hesitation. And I'm gonna die for mine. I'm gonna kill for mine.
All top.
But you in the courtroom or if you doing press conferences, like listen, again, I understand it. I understand there's a bigger picture. There's some people with a higher power and beliefs and so on and so forth, but that's not me. It's just not me. You can't threaten or touch none of mine. None of mine. So it's like seeing it and keep seeing it and keep seeing it and keep seeing it. There's a reason why we keep seeing it. What we not seeing is a lot of fucking fathers or mothers or whatever. You know, one of the movies they made was Peppermint. Y'all remember that? And I know your boy Killmonger got a movie coming out similar to it with Tom Clancy, right?
Oh yeah, absolute. Yeah, that one on Amazon Prime. Yeah.
John Wick kind of had one, and that's Taken was another one. It's a lot of movies out there that get that little point across, like touch one of mine. Is
yeah, with the John Wick shit, I always say about dogs and shit. That that's why I say it's got to be white kids or dogs.
Well, it was about
don't even get me started on John Wick.
Yeah,
shit.
And I love John Wick, but
me too.
The bottom line is like what we don't see. What we don't see is us doing it. I tell people all the time, like, we frown upon gang banging and everything else in the black community. We talk about black on black crime. We talk about what go on, and we forget that whole culture and shit like that was the same shit as Tombstone. It was the same shit as the Westerns. It was the exact same thing. Cowboys was flags.
Y'all seen Gangs in New York? Y'all seen that shit?
That's the same thing.
That's what it was all about.
It's the same thing, but just to use Tombstone, because it's one of my favorite movies as a reference. You had a gang, you had your bros, y'all was doing business, y'all was hustling, y'all was getting it, you had your girls, y'all had the drink, you had your lean, you had your mollies, you had all the shit that was going on. We run this block now, we running this is what it was. You touch one of ours, and they roll for this.
Mm-hmm.
That was the whole premise of the movie. You touch one of mine, you kill my brother, or you fuck with mine, we shooting back. Shoot me, I shoot back, or we shoot first. You do that in another movie, Boys in the Hood and shit like that, and America's like, oh, they just gang bangers, and it's like, fam, y'all doing the same fucking thing. It's the same premise.
Y'all was doing it first.
Doing it first. So I always say that and use that as an example, because when you start to see the movies like Peppermint or John Wick or whatever, and the premise of it taken is, if you touch one of mine, I go to no lengths to kill you. When are we gonna do that?
Never. From what I'm saying.
When are we gonna do that?
Shit that hit hard is what you just said about
what are we scared of?
That not only that, we're the fathers, like we're the black men, like where are these people's? If the fathers ain't there, we're the uncles, like we're the older, cause like where is somebody who knows these, especially these kids? Cause we got adults dying, but what about these kids? Tamir Rice, Mike Brown, like where? At what point is somebody gonna step up and be like, nah, that's mine. You gonna get yours.
And this is why I said, regardless of what earlier, you was gonna have to have this conversation. And I'm interested for everybody, because I could talk all day about the same shit and my premise would be the same. At some point, we can keep playing this game or we can get the fuck off of it. And that's just, I don't care how you cut it. I don't care what you believe in or how you believe in. The fact of the matter is, you can keep playing this game. You can keep playing this game if you really want to keep playing this game, that game, and keep losing if you want to. If it's going to cost another little girl or some shit like that, you keep playing this game. If you want to wait for your money to get right to do some shit, you can keep playing the game. Ain't nothing wrong with it. That's self-preservation. If that's what you want to do, cool. The conversation eventually has to shift to not, are we going to get a guilty verdict, or are we riding tonight, or we not riding tonight, to we riding regardless. We riding before. We not waiting on your verdict. I wish the fuck you would get this nigga an innocent plea. We not even gonna give you the chance. That's what the conversation has to shift to. And that's why I said the first thing that came to my mind was, all right, so they gave him 3 counts of murder and everybody, applauded and shit like that. And all I heard was, you killed that man. There was no reason for that. Man should be here. And I seen a bunch of tone deaf shit that was like, oh, thank you for your sacrifice. And
yeah, that shit.
He'll get out of here.
What? I think Nancy Pelosi said that shit. Was like, oh, thank you for your sacrifice.
I seen a few black.
I didn't even know Nancy said that.
Yeah, Nancy said that shit, man.
Nancy Pelosi said your sacrifice.
Thank you for your sacrifice. What?
And I'm like, No, that's not a nigga. What
Like,
are
you think this
about?
nigga wanted this? He didn't.
Right.
He didn't want this.
And you listen to the narrative when they go out here. It's cop killer when you kill a cop. It's drug dealer. Oh, he was a drug addict. It was all these names, regardless of what your statue was or whatever. Call that man what he is. He's a murderer. He ain't an ex-cop. He ain't none of that. He's a murderer. He ain't shit.
Yeah, take away his titles. Take away his titles the same way they take away ours. When one of us get caught up in some shit, he's not a father. He's not an honor roll. They're not honor roll students. What are they? Oh, they're gangbangers. They're hoodlums. They're miscreants.
Exactly.
Like,
and that's why we talked about on our podcast this past weekend. Kevin Samuel said, regardless of what, man, even when dealing with relationship, man, as a black man, you are judged and you forever followed by your past, and they're gonna continue to bring up your past. You're not judged on the day. If we went off of my flaws, if we went off of the shit that people don't like about me, especially like the people that be closest to me, they're gonna tell you a lot of shit that they're not gonna tell you a whole story. They're gonna tell you what they want to tell you about me. And that's cool. You got a version of me. You don't want to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth. So help you God. Cool. You got a version. You can call me what you want to. Got you. But the man I am today and the man that I am, talk about that shit. Speak on it. Everybody was young once. Everybody did some wild shit. Shit, I'd have done some shit in my life that I'm like, I had to do it. Cool. If I get judged off of it, and the shit, I go so far as to say one of the main things that I did in my life was serve the U.S. Army. Not proud of it. Not proud of it. You can talk about drug dealing. You can talk about I fought for the U.S. fucking Army, the United States of America, wore that uniform, abided by their rules, and so on and so forth for way less than minimum fucking wage.
Nah, you come home and still get told you about to ride the lightning and shit.
I was about to say,
get home and still with your uniform on, you still finna ride the lightning.
I'm about to say, one day Jay,
shit don't mean nothing.
That happened to Jay, right? Y'all picked him up. Your boy, Jason.
To FPH.
And y'all picked him up. Yeah, he was still in uniform.
Right, exactly. Prime example. Never fucking forget. After a war, then pick this man up from the fucking airport, still in uniform, shopping in the whole nine. That was one of them days, and I always say that shit. When that shit happened, it took everything in me. I swear to God, and I hate to sound like one of these terrorists and shit like that, these little white terrorists. I wanted to blow that bitch up. No bullshit. I'm the first one to tell you, for a long time, I had so much anger in me, dog, and I knew what I could do. I know where y'all gonna be, and I don't really care who I hit. I knew the precinct. I remember where y'all had me at. I knew y'all faces. It took everything in me. All I did, like, I can't even tell you, like, so many times I sat there, and this is before my kids. I plotted, dog. I was gonna fuck that place up. Legitimately. I had so much hate in my heart for that. I couldn't forget it. But again, that's why I said about the George Floyd shit. Like, I remember sitting back that night, calling for the police and realizing this was the police. It never happened in my life. I've had run-ins. I'm from the South Side. I've lived in the hundreds. I lived in the hundreds then. I've lived all over Chicago. If I got into a fight, I knew who I was dealing with, a nigga on the street. I knew what I could do. Whatever goes, anything goes. It's me or you. You don't know a threat or your freedom or your life until the police have you handcuffed, surrounded, and you can't call nobody for help. Fam, I say it all the time.
Been there a few times in Chicago.
Fam, handcuffed. I got all these tattoos. I'm 6'4". I drive this nice ass car. If they kill me that night, whatever narrative they go with is there. Ask me how many white people, even if they knew me, was gonna say, nah, that ain't him. He shot at the cops that night. Oh, he was a war vet. How many people was gonna say that about me? Who was gonna ride for me?
I know from experience, you've been an angry black nigga.
Oh,
and you had it coming. I'm telling you from experience.
I know. Listen, I'm not, and again, I say this shit and I use it as an example because to know me and have to actually speak on the father that I am, the man that I am, and the things that I've done, my actual body of work in life, it's a totally different thing than police sitting there or mayor holding a press conference or them releasing a statement saying I resisted arrest or I attacked the police and they killed me. Because all they're going to see is this nigga here, the probability of a 6'4", 255-pound nigga with tattoos that's experienced the war from the streets.
I was about to say, don't forget you have weapon experience.
And listen, ain't nobody marching for me, dog. Nah. And it sucks because if I was white and I was a war vet and they killed me,
decorated.
Oh, my God.
Oh, listen, man.
You know what they would have said? He had no criminal record.
He fought for his country. He loved his country. Fought for it.
Honorable discharge, so on and so forth. They'd had all of these great things to say about me. But I'm black, so all that shit go right out the fucking window. All of it. I have zero police record. If it happened tomorrow, they probably do the same thing. I guarantee you, if it happens tomorrow,
they pulling up the tape.
Thing. Gee, they pulling this up right now.
Oh, look, he said he would do this.
Yeah, and that's fine. I've always said this is the reason why you'll never see guns on my page and the rest of it. And I'm cool with going on the record. I don't care. Police can see it. FBI can see it. I don't fucking care about the rest. At the end of the day, what it boils down to is they got to die like we die. And I stand on that shit. We can keep playing the game. It really ain't shit else to say other than what's the solution. And this is before, like I said, this is before I knew about
the 15,
the little girl. I told you straight up, you have to do it regardless of the verdict.
And see, and like
the conversation,
and like I was telling Santana before we went, like I told Santana before we went live, I said I was driving home trying to figure out what are we gonna talk about, like how I'm gonna say what I want to say about the verdict and all that. And then that's when I got the notification on Facebook. Somebody sent it to me about the little girl, and like, fam, I stopped driving. I had to pull over. I had to research. I had to figure out, like, I'm like, nah, this didn't just happen. Like this shit, right? And but the crazy thing is that everybody is no one's talking about it really. Like, let's just be honest. No one's talking about it. Why? Because everybody's worried about the victory of the guilty verdict. And let's just put it out there. Everybody else is worried about fucking 420. Y'all smoke weed every fucking day. I'm be real. This shit is sick to my stomach because, like D said, we got all this shit. We got all these black people keep dying at the hands of white police officers. And let's just be real. Are they unjustifiable? But we're not worried about it. What are we worried about? Oh, can he buy me a Birkin? Oh, can she? What can she do for me?
I told you the reason for that, man. You know what? It boils down to how I wake up every day, man. You know, I don't come on my podcast and put on fucking Versace and no shit like that, man. I don't get out here and do no songs and shit like that and get the flexing. But the fact of the matter is, everybody that comes in contact with me, even on my worst day, I'm gonna say, hey man, Santana, dog, you need to do this. That don't got shit to do with me. Hey, AT, you need to do this. Hey, Sable, you need to do this. Whoever. Hey, Brooke, you need to do this. It ain't a motherfucker that's ever met me that's like, oh, he's shitting on me and he don't want to see me succeed. It's not. But if you get around the wrong people or the people that's sitting out here and they worried about the shit that ain't gonna do shit, it's because they're competing and they want to be better than you. They don't care about justice. They don't
That's
care
wild
about
to me, bro.
Gee,
I don't need that around me. That should have never be around me. Anybody watching that know me, that type of energy would never be around me.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Weird, man.
And I mean that shit, and I say that shit on my worst day, dog. What cannot happen, you can't touch or offend or treat nobody around me that way. You can't. That's just not how I'm built. I can't see somebody around me go through some shit that I know and just move ignorantly. And that's what I was getting at, is ignorance is bliss. You know why they can sit back and keep going on with their 9 to 5 or they daily bullshit and posting up their bullshit booty pics and the rest of that? It's because at the end of the day, dog, they don't got no substance. They don't give a fuck. They about themselves. And that's cool. And that's the reason why we losing. And people don't want to admit it, but we're losing. Again, I said it before, even as LeBron James being a billionaire or Kanye being a billionaire, we still losing. Oprah could be a billionaire. We still losing. That ain't shit to a Jeff Bezos or fucking Jerry Jones. A fucking billion? I wipe my ass with 100 hundreds.
That's laughable.
Legitimately.
Hey, the NFL laughed at Diddy. The NFL laughed at Diddy. You remember that?
He tried to buy the Carolina Panthers.
So yeah, this is why I say, man, at the end of the day, it's ignorance, man. As long as they not in it, And it's gonna be easy to tear down people and shit on people, especially people like myself. I see people next to me that'll do it like, yo, you're not in a position to say this, or you shouldn't be doing this, or whatever. When it comes to the simple shit, and it comes down to, well, who gonna say it? You don't gotta like me. Quote, the truth is the truth, even if nobody believes it, man. That's a fucking fact. The truth is the truth, even if nobody believes it. I can sit here and tell y'all the truth all fucking day. You don't gotta like me. You don't gotta accept it. If it's the truth, it's the truth. You ain't gotta want to hear it. Sometimes it just boils down to, why the fuck do I need to lie to you or give you some bullshit or feed you some shit, man? Real shit.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Real shit. The truth is the truth. You can make $1 billion and still be a nigga. How does that make you feel?
Them niggas don't care.
So
them the niggas that's quiet.
So listen. So explain to me. If you could make $1 billion, still be a nigga, why continue to chase the dollar? Oh, I know, cause that nigga don't got $1 billion. That's it. It ain't about white people. It really ain't never been about white people.
No, it's always about
us. We are competing with each other, because if it was a competition, listen, we take pride in outrunning motherfuckers, out jumping them, twirling the ball and everything else, out rapping them. We sit back and have debates all day about Eminem not being one of us or whoever and keeping them out of the coaching. And that's cool. Great. We got the shoes. Great. They own you. You stupid motherfuckers. Y'all worried about me? I want to see you win. They don't. That's probably who you should be aiming at. I don't understand the psychological sense that makes to sit back and want to shit on me. I'm the nigga buying your shoes. I like them. It's cool. But it ain't going to give me no freedom. It ain't going to protect me. So cool. All right. Now that we got Yeezys on, and now that we got the new Jordans on, what now?
Sit back and hashtag.
Get the posting on IG.
Basically,
I'm sitting on the rest of y'all. Y'all ain't got them. That's all. That's it. I got them. Y'all don't.
That's all they gonna do.
That's the next step.
That's it. So yeah, like you said, 420 gonna go on, and the next holiday and the next hashtag and the next thing and so on and so forth. I'm watching ESPN. ESPN got the ball players on there and they doing them things and shit like that, and that's great. I'm not mad at no awareness. I'm not mad at how you fight your fight. I'm not mad at what you do with your life if it makes you happy or if it pushes the culture. I'm not. But all of it boils down to the system is not designed to us. It all boils down. We can sit here on TV. We can sit here and talk about the stations, the narrative of, oh, Prince was about to buy a station, or Bill Cosby was about to buy a station, or, this person was about to do this and about to do that, and they killed him, or Dr. Sebi was talking truth and they killed him. And we could do that all day. Martin was this close. Malcolm was this close. And all right. They killed us. Why do you keep playing their game? What about how do you wake up every day and say, police don't care about us? Oh, we, middle class, or, low income housing, or, they hit a Head Start, or they run this, or the white man this, or blank. How do you do that every day and don't want to change the system?
Because they're comfortable being exactly where they are. That's why the system will never change. And honestly, me personally, I don't give two fucks about the system. Like you said, I'm not calling the police if I got an issue. For what? They might just shoot me.
And that's a whole other topic.
I've never had.
Gee, listen.
Never will.
Hold on. Before you do that, the crazy thing is, for folks who don't know, I've always been upfront about it. At one point, I wanted to be a cop. I was in the academies, and nigga, I traveled DC, Dallas, applying Vegas, Seattle. I was trying, but I'm gonna be real, because everyone always asks, like, T, why didn't you get it? Why didn't you get it? Because I walked in there and I looked them lieutenants, them sergeants, and captains in the eye, and they said, when they asked, why do you want to be a cop? I told them straight up. I said, because there's so many bad, I want there to be one good. And I said, I want to protect my people. That's not what they want to hear. What they want to hear is, oh, I want to protect the community. Fuck your community. Your people are not the ones getting shot in the street. Your people not the ones getting kneeled down on. So why am I so concerned about protecting y'all when it's my people the ones who are suffering? I've never apologized about it. I said what I said in the interviews. That's why I never got hired. And I didn't. I wanted it, but I don't want it as bad to sit there and fold to what you want me to be. Fuck no. I'm never going to apologize for saying that if a cop did some shit and the cop was wrong, fuck that cop. I'm not running up in no Target because I'm mad about that. No, fuck that.
Or Gucci. You're gonna tear up the same story that you're gonna be lining around the corner for.
Exactly. Like why?
3 days later.
I only wear that shit. I don't wear Gucci. I don't wear Versace. I don't wear Fenty. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I don't need no damn belt there to show off. What the fuck? No, I'll go to Ross and get my goddamn belt. What's it supposed to do? Hold up my pants. I'm not trying to impress you.
I wear Walmart and my peoples, dog. That's literally anytime y'all see me, I'm wearing my peoples.
Shit,
or some shit from Walmart.
I'll go to Target and get a pack of fucking shirts. I don't care. But like D said, everybody is always worried about competing with the others. I have what you don't. Oh, I got this. You don't. Okay, but so what? They out here killing us. Guess what? You're not gonna get buried in that shit. You spending all that money for what? To impress who? These bitches ain't finna ride for you.
Nah, don't even give them that much. Don't even give them that much glory. They trying to impress other niggas, dog.
Them too.
Listen, hold on. Listen. March 25th, 2014. Email. March 25th, 2014. First name White, last name Nash, exam ID. Congratulations, you were successful in the correctional officer qualification assessment. I passed all of that. Couldn't do it. I went through the whole process. I attempted to. Whole correctional. I even tricked myself into thinking like, yo, you can help from the inside in.
Exactly.
Couldn't do it. I just couldn't, again, and this is after the Army. I couldn't. There was two things that I said I was going to do. One was the police shit, which was a given after the military. And then I tried fireman. And before I even got close to the admissions of firemen and the testing and everything like that, I spoke to somebody at FedEx, and he says, I was a fireman. He said, I hated it because too many times I saw people on their last days. And I quit the application right then and there. After everything that I had already saw in my life, I was like, I don't want to do that. I want to help people, but you're right. The other part of that is you're going to call me and I'm going to see this over and over and over again. That's not a black thing. It's not a white thing. It's not an Asian thing. It's you're going to call me and I'm going to respond to an accident, fire, a death, or something and see people on their worst days and have to carry that home. This is just empathy. It's not anger. That's not none of that. The correctional officer thing, I know they didn't pay well. But again, I don't mind helping. Went through the whole shit, passed it. They did the background checks on me. They did all the little, talking, exams, everything. Passed the whole shit. I just didn't take the job. And the whole time that I was going through, because this is an extensive process, the whole time that I was going through it, I kept asking myself, is this really what you want to do? Is this really what you want to do? And every time it was like, nah, but you got to do something. Maybe you can make the difference. Maybe you can make a difference. And this is after what I seen with the police. This is after all the things I went through. This is after Afghan. And eventually I was like, nah. And I ended up driving trucks. Found peace in driving trucks because, hey, I don't got to see nobody. I don't got to deal with nobody. Get in that bitch. Keep to myself. The PTSD, the depression, the thoughts, whatever. I don't got to deal with nobody. I turn this music on. You don't even see me. But all that said, it's one thing to fight from the inside and play that game. It's a whole other thing to understand that system is never designed for you. Somebody once said, the prisoners live there, but you stuck with us too. As a correctional officer, you in here with us too.
Facts.
You locked up with us
every day.
Every fucking day.
Shit, some places, depending on where you work, you might live on site.
Fam, listen.
Can't do it.
You here with us. You live like we live. You see what we see. And it's like all that shit is cool, but again, I keep saying it. Eventually, we got to have a conversation about what to do next. And sadly, I don't think enough niggas is gonna get in line. And I call them niggas. I don't care.
That's what they are.
Yeah, because I mean, it's a nigga mentality. I don't think enough people gonna get in line, and this is why I stopped talking about it. You rarely see me talk about the shit on Facebook and shit like that because it's not a joke. You learn to mind your own business and say, listen, I gotta raise a king. I gotta raise some queens. I gotta be alive, healthy, and have my shit in order to do so. And maybe they can change some shit or live long enough to see change or be the change or whatever. But what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to go out here and knock down Target stores and, you know, riot and shit, paint a target on my back for you to kill me. And they name a street after me for niggas to gangbang on.
Boy, I wouldn't even go off.
Am I off though?
Nah, let's
say I really dedicated my life to the shit. Martin, Malcolm, and so on and so forth. Let's say I really dedicated my life to that. Are they gonna, you know, has history shown us that after the street sign go up and the holidays made, niggas is gonna do more.
They're gonna be on Dwight Nash Avenue, like you said, gangbanging.
That's it.
With the niggas from 32nd. That's
it. Ain't nobody finna take care of my kids. Ain't nobody gonna make sure they fed. How many people really fuck with Martin Luther King's son or kids? How many fuck with Malcolm's kids?
I don't even think nobody. I don't think niggas even like Martin's son.
This I know because he's always, and you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So it's like
he been saying some wild shit at the time. I ain't gonna lie, like, you know what I'm saying.
Listen, and I'm not mad at that. But you get what I'm saying though. Listen,
I got you.
Daddy you get what I'm saying though. At the end of the day, right? But at the end of the day, what it boils down to is again, you know, and I really don't have shit else to say after that. Is what I said. I'm probably an extremist. And the pro-black shit is great, and the outrage is cool, and so on and so forth. Until you wake up in the morning, you do the exact same thing you did yesterday. At some point, it sucks that Cuomo is the one that had to say this shit, or you know, I just don't know how you could sit there with your camera out and watch a 15-year-old girl in colorful Crocs dead. And not want to shoot up that area. Because I know for a fact if a nigga stepped on your shoes.
Oh, man. You stepped on my Yeezys?
So, you know.
But to even compound that, the fact that not only did they sit there and watch that and listen to that, but then the nigga says Blue Lives Matter.
Yeah.
That's the biggest slap in the fucking face.
No, the fact that he knew the camera was rolling was the biggest slap in the face. The fact that they know that body cams is on is the biggest slap in the face. The fact that they know that there is a spotlight on police and you still go out there and do what you do tells you everything you need to know about how they view your black ass. Sorry, not sorry.
That's why I be tripping. Why the black cops don't see that though?
Like,
I always say this. Blue lives matter until the blue lives are black, dog.
What's it say? You saw what?
I saw a meme today that said if it's so terrifying or hard or whatever stressful to be a police officer, why the black police officers rarely ever at the front of these little, you know, deaths and whatever. Why is it always the white cops?
Yeah, I saw that too.
So if it's just police,
I saw that too.
If it's police, if it's the job, then you know you figure it'd be like, oh, Mexican, black, whatever. Cool.
But it's
I literally got it's sitting on my phone.
Yeah, I saw it.
It's on my phone already.
Yep, that's the one.
But I'm saying them niggas get locked up though. That's my whole point. I say y'all don't see.
I saw that because
Muhammad Noor locked up.
He was in Minnesota, right?
Muhammad Noor is his name.
Yeah, he was in
Minnesota.
Clean up.
Look up the Bosch Houston raids. They was black. The victims was white. Locked up. We ain't heard shit about them. We ain't see nothing on TV, none of that. Like, they get locked straight up every time. No questions asked.
But again, you know, like I say, we an hour in, and I'm gonna be honest. Like I said, the bigger question, because again, we got the guilty verdicts before this motherfucker could even in process. They went on ahead and killed this little girl. We're still dealing with Dante Wright and a few others. I know some people. I saw the girl CNN the day they interviewed her. She threw in Toledo in Chicago. I hate to be the one to, I hate to be the one that's like, I don't think those are related. That's just my opinion. I understand that his hands was up. It's a conversation for another day. The possibility of a gun responding to gunshots in the split second. You still a bitch. I'm not gonna deny that. You still a hoe. But we talking about a 15-year-old girl. If you're a police officer, you can't disarm or arrest or de-escalate a situation. 15-year-old girl, or you listening to a 46-year-old grown man call for his mama, handcuffed behind his back on the ground, asking for water, begging to comply. Some shit got to go down. Tamir Rice, same shit. If you pull, Tamir Rice is the one that stands out the most to me, man, because if you get online and you look at that video, they rolled right up and they shot that little boy.
He was like, what, 10?
10, 11, something like that.
Anybody, I don't care. I finally watched the George Floyd shit. I watched the Toledo joint, and I've watched a few others. Tamir Rice was the hardest one for me. They literally rolled up, car still rolling, and shot that little boy.
And according to the witnesses, that's what happened today too. And crazy shit is is it not the same city? Once again, Columbus, Ohio. Tamir was in Columbus too, I believe.
Yeah, he was in Ohio.
Yeah, so it's
I can tell you, like, just like everywhere, Columbus is fucked up.
Oh,
like if you black, bro, like I drove through, I was on the road driving, I drove through there, never stopped there. When I did stay there, I didn't go outside like that. You know what I'm saying? That's how they give it up out there.
Yes, I'm gonna just say this, because like you said, we could end after this. Like, this shit has to change. Enough of the hashtags, enough of the let's march, enough. Man, fuck that. Martin Luther King marched, Malcolm X marched. They gave us a little bit to shut us up. And then what did they do? Put the foot right back on our neck.
Hold on. And that's the other thing, man. They ain't giving us shit.
Not at all.
No. Understand what I'm saying? Who the fuck are you to give me the same shit that I was born with? I keep saying this shit, and we so trained, we so psychologically fucked up, and we sit back and say that they gave us justice or they gave us freedom, and they get fuck it. I was born free. Who the fuck are you for me to have to come and ask you for permission to walk down the street or to live or to breathe or not to kill me or whatever? It's so crazy that, and that's why I say I'm an extremist with the shit, because we really are, whether people see it or not, we really are trained and in a mental prison of thinking. What Malcolm say, we think that the law is right, or that's it. We're trained to believe that it's law, or we got to change that. No, that's their shit. That's their rules. Nigga, I was born free. I was born bleeding the same fucking blood and breathing the same air as you. Sorry, not sorry. We got the same 24. You could die like I die. At the end of the day, it's a weird thing to sit back and ask somebody, hey man, can I come here? Can I drink out of this water fountain?
It reminds me, and honestly, what I thought about earlier is like, it's the same shit when people get in relationships. Like, you're not finna sit there and say, hey, can you please respect me, babe? Like, nah, fuck that. You don't respect me? Go.
And it is a relationship.
You bringing up a whole nother pie, boy.
This is
listen, all the same.
I'm with y'all. I'm not debating nothing y'all saying.
Yeah, if you get into a relationship, man and woman, and that woman treats you the way America treats black people, sorry, but if she whooping you, denying you food, denying you water, you waking up to her knee in your fam, you a weird motherfucker to continue on with that relationship.
I'm with y'all. 100%.
And when you put it that way, This is why I don't understand America or niggas in America. Fam.
Condition. You said it. Trained and conditioned.
Trained
and conditioned to the
as
T.
fuck. Like, it's a said thing, and that's why I said what I said. And I know we argued, and I had to lead a pod because I can't sit here and I can't sit here and debate. What was said was like, I can't. Marcus said I can't ask a minimum wage $12 grocery store worker to quit their job. They got family fee, and I'm sitting back saying that $12 an hour grocery store worker has the access to the groceries. What am I missing? If you cut the money off, I have the groceries. The owner of the grocery store is not coming down. And even if they do, they ass whoop. The same person that's farming the goods that knows how to do it. It ain't the rich. It's not the nigga that owns the land. And even if they own the land, once we get rid of this system, who the fuck are you to tell me to get off the land? I no longer recognize. And the funny shit is what I said before. If they were to do that to us, when they sit back, they did it to the Indians. We don't recognize that you was here. It's ours.
I was just gonna, hey, everything you saying. I don't know if y'all watching it. Y'all need to watch Exterminate the Brutes, dog. Like this shit is literally. Y'all gotta watch that if y'all ain't watching.
I heard you talking about it yesterday.
Yeah, y'all gotta watch that. It's everything De Niro's saying right now is what they talking about on that documentary.
But let's say this. I felt everything that you were saying on the show, D, because I'm that's why I said, me personally, I'm tired of this city like shit. Like, I want to move the fuck out of California. I want to get a wrench. I want to have my own shit. I want to grow my own shit. I want to have my own.
Let me ask you a question though.
Go ahead.
If you could live in California, if you can live in California, take away high costs of California, you want the ranch, you want your horses, you want to grow your crops and live and raise your kids. If you could take away all of that, would you stay in Cali?
Nah, because there's some areas in Cali I can't do that. I'm choosing to go.
What you mean you can't do it?
No, I said there are some. No. I said there's some areas in Cali where I can. Because everywhere in California is not expensive. Like, let's just be
all
real.
right. But listen, I'm saying get rid of that. Get rid of expenses.
Say
neutralize. You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah. I see what you're saying. If the money value is gone, why not just stay where you at? Like, why?
Fam,
I see what you're saying.
Who's going? Because listen, let's. This is what I'm saying. Government owns. You got to go through government paperwork, so on and so forth, to recognize that you own this land. And you got to go through this and loans and all this that's run by the Treasury. So blah 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 blah. All this, right? All right. I own this land. They did it to the Indians. They probably did. They done it everywhere they go. Shit, we did it in the military, even in 2000 and goddamn 15, 10 or whatever. When we go to Afghanistan as American soldiers and we occupy whatever, we just say, hey, we here. We're here. And we finna give y'all a different set of rules or whatever the case. And nobody ever really realizes that. I was in Korea for 16 months, and it's crazy that the Koreans work with us, and how that shit went about. But I always laugh because I say, yo, we got like this ruler complex. We here, we not moving, and we'll allow you or trade with you or help you do this, so on and so forth. But we here, we not leaving. We never go anywhere and leave. Am I making sense?
Yeah,
you can't name a place. You can't. There's a U.S. embassy.
It's still there.
There's a U.S. base everywhere. You ask somebody in the military where they going, they gonna say, "Shit, I'm in Kuwait. I'm going to Germany. I'm going to," and it's like, yo, we're there. We're there, nigga. I don't know why we went there to help, but we ain't leaving.
Hey, they there to stay. They ain't going nowhere.
We ain't going nowhere. We here. So it's like, but imagine Russia saying, "Oh no, we here in America." You know what I'm saying? Chinese is like, "Yo, we're here. This is us. This is us.
We ain't going nowhere."
Yeah, and I'm not talking about immigrants and owning property, but I say all that to say, Americans do that. And when I say Americans, what I mean, like, we Europeans. We got this thing where we like,
the Europeans,
do something, fam, and nobody do shit.
That's the
But
European.
if
That's the
Terrence would
Europeans
have-
did to the Indians.
But if Terrence was like, yo, if Terrence's life is simple and the man he can manage his own land, he can grow his own crops, he can take care of his family, he can build, he can do all these things. And if he can't, guess what, man? Hey, call me, Santana. We're gonna help you build it, or we're gonna help you grow these crops, and we all eating and we all good and shit like that. We don't need the government to give us money.
Not at all. Shit,
We
I don't even
need it.
I've never been on government assistance. I didn't even qualify for a goddamn stimulus. Shit. What is
But even if
y'all
but
lucky
again,
as shit.
even if you did, my whole point is like we get caught up in the way the system is, and we forget that it's not designed for us. It's designed for them. So when we get to talk about asking again the farmer or the truck drivers to walk away and just do them, fam. Jeff Bezos ain't driving them FedEx trucks, bro.
At all. He ain't doing the work himself.
He ain't. Jeff Bezos ain't driving shit.
Right. And even and the crazier part is I'm almost willing to guarantee if the system was about to collapse, or if there was a threat that, let's say we keep money in play, we just, gonna strike or we gonna do something. Most of them niggas will fall in line. Hey, I'm with y'all. That's just survival. Hey, I'm with y'all.
I ain't got nothing to do with me.
Yeah,
I'm your friend.
That's most people.
I'm
You know what I'm saying?
friend.
And it only take one time to be like, shit, we here. We could, man, let's not and going about your business. Cause all he gonna do is go back to his spot. You can go back to yours or whatever. But all that being said, it's wild to me that you feel like the money, the dollar is so fucking powerful, or is more powerful than the actual person or the movement or the work that's put in. The money does not come without the movement of the system. The system is moved by the workers. The workers are us on any level. You don't have an NBA without NBA players. NBA players don't want to play. Owners can be mad all the fuck they want to, but you don't have a business.
But they actually proved that for a minute, but they actually proved. They said they wasn't playing.
But the NBA is if you notice, the NBA is always like, hey, shit, yeah, throw the name on the back.
Put whatever you want.
Oh, y'all don't. Yeah, the NBA is always the NBA is like, shit, yeah. Hey, throw that on the floor, run that commercial. NBA cares, do that. Y'all understand that? Y'all make that statement, wear them hoodies, do that. Oh, y'all don't want to play today? Shit, we'll reschedule it. That's how it goes. Because the alternative is, they got rid of Donald Sterling. And the truth of the matter is, I hate to say it, but do anybody really know if he's not the owner if you tell us he's not the owner?
Yeah.
Right. That's why I say a lot of this stuff look good, bro. It's
all good.
I've always been saying this is episode 1.
Bruh.
It's a good look.
Do we really know how they feel? Like if you sitting back and you telling me somebody that's at the top of the NBA chain is not like, I'm sick of these niggas, I wouldn't know.
Oh, they for sure.
Yeah, you're the good old Wanda.
All I know is them niggas want to put them names on the back and hashtag shit. Let them do it. I'm still making my bread.
Listen, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna close it out. Because this is something I just want to get off my chest, because there was somebody who I posted something and they replied to my story. So I'm gonna just say this, and I mean it's all disrespect intended. I do. If you ever in your life tell a black person all lives matter or blue lives matter, fuck you, fuck your children, fuck the air you breathe. No, I'm being real. Because let me tell you right now, all lives will never matter if a black life don't matter. Point blank simple. If y'all can kill us with no consequences, why the fuck do I care how you feel? I now really understand what was going through Tupac's mind when he made Hit 'Em Up on real shit. No way in hell am I going to sit here and have sympathy for you if you can't even grasp.
Say, well, you right, and yeah, like, we can end it, man, because Marcus was just in the chat saying the same shit, man, and I'm gonna echo this shit, and then I'm done. Buddy going to jail ain't justice. That's what's supposed to happen. But, You know, George was supposed to be here. George Floyd. I said earlier, man, I shouldn't know George Floyd's name, man. Sorry, not sorry. I should know his name, man.
You should.
I hate that I know his name for, the reason I know his name. I shouldn't know his name. I should know this little girl name. It's a lot of names that I should know.
That list too long.
Man.
That list is too fucking long, but I know him. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, people that thinking that is justice for Buddy, he killed somebody. This was supposed to fucking happen. We don't sit back and applaud, the system when they send drug dealers, the real drug dealers, or the real gang members and the real bad motherfuckers to jail. We don't. I'm not going to applaud them today. That's what's supposed to fucking happen. You killed somebody, fam.
I honestly tuned in for the bullshit.
No, listen.
When they read it, I tuned in for the bullshit.
Listen,
I tuned in for them to say not guilty. I'm not gonna. Only reason why I watched.
You thought I
watched that shit
so
and said, "Oh,
I thought so too."
No. I said, and I quote, I said, "Ain't no fucking way he get off." I said that, and I'm not gonna lie. Like a couple people was like, we've seen it before, and then a part of me was still like, yeah, shit. But I was like, ain't no way. And the reason why I felt that way is because, well, I'm gonna say this, and then I felt that way because it was just clear cut, right? And I was like, ain't no way. This ain't no way. And again, I've been shocked before, but I'm gonna tell you the other thing, man. I seen a lot of black people that celebrated, so to speak, outright the verdict, and I'm gonna keep it a buck since we already addressed the police and the white. And I'm done after this, but a lot of niggas was happy that verdict came in, because if it went another way, you had to step the fuck up and do something.
Oh yeah.
You can't sit back for this long, and you can't sit back quietly, or you can't sit back idly, and you can't sit back and get on your Facebook and do this little weirdo shit that y'all be doing all day with the jokes and shit. If the verdict go another way, you got to, at some point, it's gonna get uncomfortable for everybody, blacks and whites. And the verdict, while saving face for the U.S., I feel like it also saved face for a lot of niggas. And the irony or the fucked up part to that is, we got a rule fucking awake, and not even a couple hours later, and now y'all got to do something.
And crazy thing is, and it's the end of it. Crazy thing is, we still got to wait for that sentencing.
Yeah.
That's what it is. We gotta wait for the sentencing. But thank y'all so much for joining, having a conversation. D, Santana, both of y'all know I appreciate everything y'all do for me, helping me out. Santana with the beats, D with the show, the motivation. Appreciate it, love both of y'all. Thank everybody who tuned in, and please share, comment, because this shit ain't getting easier.